or shed full of tools, it isn't so bad. But there's one thing I'm wishing we had. Then we said we'd get a shiny new she shed, one with a colorful sign. We said we'd get a shiny new she shed, it would be yours and mine. I bet if we get a tiny old she shed, we'd look out our window and smile. Oh, but if we get a shiny new she shed, then we could woodshed in style. Sing it with me now.
He treated every patient like he would his mom, his kids. And when his lover asked, was he scared, he said, baby, I was born for this. Oh, selfless is as selfless does. Don't give it all just because. And in times like these, when the sorrows falling like the leaves, when the storm is more than a storm, heroes come in many forms.
What had been for 11,000 years ancient ice and snow is melting like 11,000 tears down the face of Kilimanjaro,
where time itself is frozen, suspended in the air. Now the water flows on Kilimanjaro, damaging the essence of our atmosphere, threatens our existence. Kilimanjaro, oh, oh, Kilimanjaro, oh, oh, Kilimanjaro.
Hi folks, nice to see you here. Let me get myself, there we go. Welcome to June and happy Pride Month to everyone. And we're thrilled to be here for our second Sunday concert in the round with some fabulous guests who you've gotten to meet here on the Learn Numbers Revolution and Friends workshops if you hadn't already heard them. So, and we have a guitar being tuned in the moment. So I'm so glad you're here for this concert, and we're always happy to hear from folks on Facebook where you're joining us from, and we've got a wonderful crew up here on Zoom. If you'd like to join us on Zoom, there is a link at the top of your post for folks on Facebook. You can come join us in the Zoom room. And we always like to start off our sessions by thanking our tech team. We're a really wonderful crew of women who do all sorts of things behind the scenes that allow us to enjoy this time together. And thanks to all of them, we've got Toby, Moria, Paula, I keep trying to get everybody's name, Marcy, Alice, and Rada. So thank you, thank you. And I know I just said women, and we have folks who identify in all sorts of ways. So on Pride Month, I should get it right. We've got people, women, everybody, and non-binary folks on our team. So thank you for that. Well, we're thrilled to have two wonderful guests joining us, and we're going to start off this in the round, and then we'll pass it to our first guest, Chris Matthews, and then to our second guest, Gina Forsyth, and we'll tell you a little bit about them. I'll start with just Gina, who's been a friend of ours for many years, and for Pat's before then, too.
I think we met in Memphis at the Folk Alliance there.
Yes. And then I guess we'll hear about that in a bit. But when I met Gina, there's a CD of Gina's that Pat and I would, when we were touring in a car, which apparently we are going to go back to. And people on this call are going to tell us more about that because they've already been traveling in their cars and doing concerts. We would listen to Gina's CDs and we would sing harmony with them, just like wall to wall, 3-part harmony through the whole CD. So we love her music. She's incredibly creative. Violinist, guitarist, songwriter, singer, and you'll get to hear her. And also joining us today is a wonderful newer friend of ours, but whose music we just are so thrilled to hear because she's really taken up the mantle of social justice and activist music, and brings it all with a really sweet, tender voice that you will enjoy singing along with and hearing from. And Chris has been getting a lot of attention in the folk world because she's been doing great stuff. So we're going to be thrilled to present to you Chris Matthews also in this In the Round concert. Since it's a concert, there's our friend Aileen Vance, another fab songwriter watching on Facebook. Since it's a concert, we invite you to contribute as if you were attending a concert, because that's what Zoom concerts have been for us all. There's a link here in our chat on Zoom and also on the top of your post on Facebook where you can go and contribute at any amount. We have a suggested donation of $20, but you'll see when you get to that page that you can donate at any level, lower or higher as you need. And the money that you contribute today will be split among this wonderful crew of artists. And this is how we make our living, so we appreciate your support. We are going to start with...
Bring me that big old bear guitar.
I will.
I'm going to put on the baritone guitar, get a little lower voice in the room today.
And this is a rather new song. We haven't taught it yet on our Learn and Emma's Revolution song workshops, but we will.
Yeah. Gosh. I don't even really, hilariously, whatever prompted this one? I don't know. Sandy-O, do you remember?
No, it was 2 weeks
There's
ago. I
a lot
can't
going
really
on in our
remember.
house lately.
That was a long time ago.
We're like, gosh, where are we?
But we did sing it on the first day that we were hosting the Daily Antidote of Song for folks who've
that's
been
what
on
it
the
was.
Daily Antidote of Song. Justice Week.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted something new as we were hosting that week on Daily Antidote and got to bring a number of our friends to lead songs. Just got to thinking about how, folks are in this kind of limbo space right now, not knowing what's going to happen in the future, and just reflecting a little bit on how we move out into the world. Like what resources do we have? What kind of strength do we have in reserve? And just remembering that we actually do have a lot of strength, and to look to all of the examples in nature of how, we can steadily make change if we just believe in ourselves and move forward. So here we go. When I'm waking in the morning and I open my eyes, I remember to be grateful for the bright blue skies. And I wonder what I'm here for. Give me meaning, I pray, for the breath in this body I've been given today. And to listen to the wind as she whispers low, I am always here, you are not alone. Hold firmly to your power, your blood and bone. Water and a gale will wash away stone.
Unsteady on my feet as I rise from my bed, I need a song to quiet all the noise in my head. Memories of heartache, unresolved from the past. I'm ready to release them from my soul at last. And I listen to the wind as she whispers low, I am always here, you are not alone. Hold firmly to your power, your blood and bone. Water
Water and a gale will wash away stone. May my heart be strengthened, my purpose be clear. May I always remember the path that led here. Children of ages, seeds of the soil, born of resistance, beauty and toil. And I listen to the wind as she whispers low, I am always here, you are not alone. Hold firm into your power, your blood and bone. Water and a gale will wash away stone. Hold firm into your power, your blood and bone. Water and a gale will wash away stone. Water and a gale will wash away stone. Water and a gale will wash away stone.
So let that wash any stones away that are holding you back in being who you want to be in this world, especially as we celebrate Pride Month. Just a little bit of encouragement there to anyone who's been feeling like they need to be exactly who they are out in the world. So let us bring up the wonderful Chris Matthews to take it on from here. Come on
Hi.
up, Chris. Hey.
Thanks so much.
You are very welcome. Can't wait to hear from you.
Oh yeah. So gosh, I really loved that. That made me want to sing like 5 songs at once. That's always the danger of playing in the round. It's like whatever the person before you does, you're like, you think you got your plan, and then you're like, no. Oh.
That's right.
But I think I'm actually gonna start with a song that I haven't gotten to play as much as of late, even though it's the title track for my new album. But I want to sing it today just because, one, this is one of the very first shared moments I actually had with Gina, was sitting in a room, I think at Folk Alliance in Kansas, at like one of the local 1000 meetings or something, and Gina was playing violin alongside me to this song, and I was like, it was my secret dream to be able to kind of record this with her actually playing violin on it, but just the universe did what it did and decided we needed a pandemic. So but this song is called Changemakers, and even though thankfully, so thankfully, a good bit of the first verse of it is not necessarily as relevant anymore, I think it's important to kind of remind us of the bullet that we dodged, so that we don't have to have that same bullet again anymore anytime soon. Once was plenty for me. I don't know about you all. So this is called Changemakers, and this song is kind of a love letter to all of the various types of people making change in this world. It's always such an honor to share space with you, Pat and Sandy, because of who you are and what you do with your art and the change that you create with it. It's just such an honor. So I'm going to dedicate this one to you all today. This is Changemakers. Sitting alone in this hotel room, TV on, tuned into the news, and it's another day here in paradise. Mass shootings, deportations, wildfires. Meanwhile, Mr. Make America Great is busy tweeting his worst and spreading more hate. While some of us are so poor they can't afford shoes on their feet, while some other sweet baby starves to death in their sleep. Can you see us, we are dreamers? Can you feel us, we are believers? We are more than keyboard warriors. We are the change makers. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Somewhere in 100 no-name towns are 1 million lives being turned upside down. And you know this is the only home those kids have ever known. Refugees
free of these United States. Ignore the words Lady Liberty spake. Doors being kicked down in the dead of the night. No more sanctuary cities. How's that for religious right? Can you see us? We are dreamers. Can you feel us? We are believers. We are more than keyboard warriors. We are the change makers. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And if there's anyone out there who questions what America at its very best will feel like now, remember 66 million united in love, steadfastly indivisible across countless cities and towns. Oh, the bluest wave crashing from shore to shore. And all those hate has no home here. Signs on all those doors. We know who we are like we know how to breathe. Won't you sing it with me? Sing it with me, please. Give me your tired, your bored, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Give me the wretched refuse on your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, the tempest tossed to me. Give me your tired, your bored, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Give me the wretched refuse on your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, the tempest tossed to me. Oh, can you see us? We are dreamers. Can you feel us? We are believers. And we are more than keyboard warriors. We are the change makers. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, woohoo! And thank you for that lovely tribute. That's
Beautiful,
so
Chris.
beautiful.
So much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Awesome. Thank you all. Yeah.
And I saw that Gina was playing along there along with it. So someday maybe that will happen for real too. Thank you so much, Chris. And please welcome Gina Forsyth.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey now.
Yep, that 66 million turned into 78 million, and I'm gonna do a little song about where I'm from and just say we're, you know, I live in Louisiana. I just want to say we're not all a certain way. just so you know. But I'm gonna do this song because it keeps rewriting itself. Well, the chicken is a frying, the humidity is rising in the sweet and sunny South where I was born. Mom saw the magnolia and its grits and not granola in the sweet and sunny South where I was born. Where I was born, where I was born. Oh, the sweet and sunny South where I was born. Well, we love our musicians and our fascist politicians in the sweet and sunny South where I was born. Oh, that greasy food is endless. You could slap your mama senseless, but please don't. In the poor defenseless South where I was born. You mean you ain't got a mask? Do I have to ask? In the sweet and sunny South where I was born. Where I was born, where I was born. Oh, the sweet and sunny South where I was born.
where it's grits and not granola, and they know it from Shinola, in the sweet and sunny South where I was born. Oh, I love it and I hate it, every now and then berated. Ooh, the sweet and sunny South where I was born. Every now and then I diss it, oh, but when I live I miss it. Oh, the sweet and sunny South where I was born. Where I was born, where I was born. Ooh, the sweet and sunny South where I was born. Where Washington and Lee can now get married finally, in the sweet and sunny South where I was born. Now if they put them statues in a museum, would you go and see them? Me neither, in the sweet and sunny South where I was born. Dwayne and Greg said eat a peach, I say don't drink the bleach, in the sweet and sunny South where I was born. Where she was warned in case she missed it, nevertheless she persisted, in the sweet and sunny South where I was born. And finally, you don't want to get your shot? Well, let me just say, bless your heart, in the sweet and sunny South where I was born.
Oh, Gina, you make us laugh until we cry. It's so good. It's perfect.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. And folks probably saw us singing along to all these songs. Just such wonderful songs that these folks bring to us. You know what? We have a couple special guests who are in the room. I want to give a shout out to Ellen Bongiorno, who is a DJ.
Yes.
Working out of Port Townsend, Washington, and living across the country.
Yeah.
But that's how it rolls when you're over the airwaves. So thank you, Ellen, for spinning all these great tunes. And we have a wonderful guest. We're going to see whether we could have her up to tell you a little bit about this person who we've taken our name from. We have taken our name in honor of Emma Goldman, and we have in the room, let's see if I can get her attention.
There she is.
Candace Falk, if you're there, we would love to introduce you to folks and have you talk a little bit about the Emma Goldman papers. And if you don't hear me now or you don't want to, we'll tell them a little bit about it. So we're named for Emma Goldman, and do you want to tell a little bit of the story?
Hi. Now I'm here. Hi.
Good.
Hi.
Can
I don't
we?
like the way I look today, so I think I'll
That's okay. We just thought maybe you want to tell some folks about the Emma Goldman papers,
Sure.
how they can get involved and help folks out. Yeah.
Thank you. The Emma Goldman papers, believe it or not, has been around for 40 years. So I actually started to do this when I was very young, like you. And in that time, we've found, located 22,000 documents of Emma Goldman's, newspaper clips, writings, police records, spy records, correspondence. And it took a very long time to do. And we are very happy to say that we have it online now with archive.org, with the Internet Archive, something that was very unusual to be able to make it open to everyone. And we are now in the process of finishing the selected papers book editions. And the last one, which is the one I'm working on right now, is called Democracy Disarmed. And it's 1917 to 1919. And it's just before Emma Goldman gets deported. And one of the things that people don't know, who think that Emma Goldman was, well, you know it because you know Emma Goldman wasn't all, fire and brimstone and violence. But a lot of people don't know that. And when Emma was deported, it turns out that the government wanted to frame her as somebody who was incredibly violent and scary. But we have their memos to each other, including J. Edgar Hoover, where they say what's really scary about her is that she's so articulate and persuasive.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You're a very dangerous woman, of course.
Really dangerous to be that articulate about what's injustice. So I think it's been an honor to do that work. And it's very fun to be your sister project.
Yes, well, we love it. Thank you so much. If you wouldn't mind putting the link into the chat, we can get it over to Facebook as well, because I know that you could use some support to keep this kind of information, the people's information, available. So thank you so much, Candace, for telling us about
that. Thank you. And, just we have to raise all of our own money, which is not easy because it looks like we're at the university, but they kind of sent us away. So we need to get our own funding, but you do too. So.
Well, in any case,
no competition
about you. So thank you so much. It's not
okay. Thank you too.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, let's see. I know. I love that. Well, what do you want to sing?
I was just going to say, additionally, for folks who didn't learn about Emma Goldman, and most of us didn't learn about Emma Goldman in our history books, of course, except perhaps if you read Howard Zinn's People's History of the United States or other kinds of progressive history. Emma lived from 1869 to 1940. She was a fierce defender of the rights of women, the rights of workers, and she was part of the early anarchist movement in the U.S. She was against U.S. involvement in World War I, she was deported on, from what I understand, trumped up immigration charges with about 300 other people during that time who were anti-war activists, and did many remarkable things in her life. Spoke and wrote extensively on the issues of her time, and might not have been known at all had she not been dancing at a party and somebody made a comment, and she said that everyone has the right to free expression, essentially to beautiful, radiant things, and somebody summed it up some years later as her having said, in essence, if I can't dance, I don't want to be part of your revolution, which is where we've taken our name.
So we're going to give you a song, and before that, I am gonna put that link up to the Emma Goldman papers. I have to find it on the other computer, but in any case, we will get that for you. But we will sing a song. Maybe let's do.
I'm okay with whichever.
Let's do "Always Loving You" because Emma also stood for as dancing, and also the concept of free love, meaning that we should be able to love whoever we want. So in Pride Month, let's sing this song. And plus, today is Emma Goldman's birthday, right? That was the other reason that things were going on. She would have been 152, and that's not possible. So,
who knows?
Oops.
Maybe with Elvis, she's still out there somewhere. Let's see.
Can you put that over there? Sorry, we're taking a little bit long, but we wanted that hear from our special guest.
Yeah, so nice to see you there, Candace.
Yeah.
We love when special guests pop up.
Yes. That one, correct. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. So there's part for you to sing in this song. 1, 2.
In the moonlit tide,
you will find me there.
In the crystal sky,
you will find me there.
When the night is long,
you will find me there. Always loving you. Always loving you. Where you go, I'll go there.
As the storm blows by,
You'll find me there, always loving you.
always loving you. Where you go, I'll go there too. Etched in everything I do, I'm always loving you. When the morning breaks
You'll find me there,
and the clouds recede,
you'll find me there,
in the brilliant blue,
you'll find me there, always loving you.
always loving you. Where you go, I'll go there too. Etched in everything I do, I'm always loving you. Always loving you. Where you go, I'll go there too. Etched in everything I do, I'm always loving you. I'm always loving you.
Thanks, y'all. Let's pass it back to Chris.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah, and just a heads up for the host, whoever's doing the hosting. So it looks like I am unmuted, but I actually am muted. I actually mute myself, so you don't have to worry. I'm a responsible Zoom attendee. I think I'm gonna sing a new one for you all. Yeah, it's one of those things as a songwriter, you know, you write this great social justice album and then 2 months after it comes out, you're like, and I'm gonna write this other song that I really love. If only I had written it sooner, but no dice. This is called Rising Tides, and I had the good fortune of being partnered with the Working Families Party during the pandemic for an initiative they were doing for the Thrive Agenda, and was just really, really inspired by the work that they were doing and the advocacy that they were doing, and wrote this song that's kind of centered around Dr. King's quote about democracy being thin paper turned into thick action. This is called Rising Tides, which is also about the John F. Kennedy quote, "Rising tides lift all boats." Better life for his kids and his wife. That's why he works so hard. Night after night, it's not dignified. It barely keeps on the lights. If only he had workers' rights. If only he could organize. There's a gap in between the riches built upon his people's backs and the poverty in which he finds himself entrapped. They say rising tides lift all boats, but where's my brother's helping hand when he needs it most? If we wanna rise as one, if change is ever gonna come, we better transform thin paper into thick action. So come alive, brother, come alive. No more barely getting by. I want you to thrive. Single mom with a daughter and a son. That's why she keeps 3 jobs. Works her fingers to the bone. She barely makes enough. But when her daughter grows up, maybe then there'll be equal funds for all the equal work she does. When the ladder of opportunity was built for someone else, it should come as no surprise when women need a little help. They say rising tides lift all boats, but where's my sister's helping hand when she needs it most? If we wanna rise as one, if change is ever gonna come, we better transform the thin paper into thick action. So come alive, sister, come alive. No more barely getting by. I want you to thrive. To stand where we should, nation to nation, united for good to protect the
earth, the air, the ocean, and woods. If history's taught us anything, it's that we share the same blood. Undervalued, underestimated, standing unafraid family. We've got work to do, despite the progress we've made. If rising tides lift all boats, we can be that helping hand for those who need it most. If we wanna rise as one, if change is ever gonna come, we better transform thin paper into big action. So come alive, family, come alive. No more barely getting by. I want you to thrive. I want you to thrive. If we wanna rise as one, if change is ever gonna come, we better transform thin paper into big action. So come alive, family, come alive. No more barely getting by. I want you to thrive. I want you to thrive, thrive, thrive.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, thanks.
Wow. That's beautiful, Chris.
Thank you, Gina.
I'll do a new one too. We'll see what happens here. I've been thinking a lot about, the past year of somehow they call it racial reckoning. I just think human rights are that human rights should be universal. So I came up with this after the verdict of the George Floyd trial, and prayers were said, cheers were cried, there were heads bowed low and heads held high. But what I heard was one big sigh, like the wind through town it swirled. The sigh went around and around and around. When that verdict it came down, you could hear it in every American town till it went around the world. It was a sigh of relief heard round the world for every black man and woman and girl. Is it justice or just a start? For now that's what we've got. All the years of loved ones' grief for one collective sigh of relief. Now at last the people breathe, though George himself could not. When that history lesson is done, for those who are the bat and gun, will we still cheer for justice done, or will we say just this once? I thought we'd hear that sigh again, till I heard that they took another black man. How much more of this can we stand, till we all say enough? There was a sigh of relief heard around the world for every black man and woman and girl. Couldn't stay that way for just one day before they shot that girl. Can you find it in your heart for the tears of families torn apart? Is it justice or just a start? I'm asking for the world. Can you find it in your heart for the tears of families torn apart?
Is it justice or just a start? For now, that's what we've got. All the years of loved ones' grief for one collective sigh of relief. Now at last the people breathe, though George himself could not.
Incredible, Gina.
Thank you,
Really
Gina.
beautiful.
So beautiful.
Y'all.
Yeah,
are
I
just,
know. I was just gonna pop you up here too, Chris, because that song you played before was just beautiful as well. But
Gosh.
yeah,
I'm so glad I did not have to sing after that one. I almost broke it. You almost broke me, Gina. You almost broke me. I barely kept it together. That was so gorgeous. So beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of you, just, so deep and
Title song, The Sigh Heard Round the World.
I was going to ask. Awesome. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Man.
yeah.
so deep, so beautiful, so committed. It's so great to have the two of you here, to have you in our community, to know that you're out there doing this work and, touching people so deeply. It's really, it's a powerful thing that you all are doing. It's gives me hope for the world.
Yeah. It's the same for me, knowing I'm, coming kind of just in your little shadows there, just trying to keep up with you all.
That's
Just
very
incredible.
That's very sweet. Well, we will do. Thank you. We will do one more round of songs, but that we needed to check in all together
just
because
kind of pause a moment.
right? Because
Yeah.
that was kind
Wow.
of that was a moment. Thanks, Gina.
Whew.
Yeah, we've been thinking here, Chris. Like, well, how do we follow that one? So,
Yeah.
I don't know. We could still do that other song, or we could do swimming. Or
Which?
we could still do it on a day.
Um,
What do you want to do? What do you want to do, people?
we could conceivably do that one. You want to do that one?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We'll keep on the truth-telling songs. Could you put it up there
Yeah.
for us?
This one is, part of the pushing back against that threat that still lingers with us. This, the insurrection that happened. Trump has taken off on the road again, and was just in my home state of Ohio, spreading his lies and continuing to tell the story about how the election was allegedly stolen from him, and to just fan the flames of hatred and racism and misogyny and all the rest of the isms that he's so reliant on. And the GOP just sits by collecting money.
Yeah.
It's
When
such an
people
outrage.
could be putting their money towards these amazing artists. So let me remind folks that you're at a concert here, and this is a live concert, although you might be seeing it later on, and we invite you to come back the end of every month for a concert. But we invite you to support these amazing artists with a contribution. There's a link in your chat here on Zoom, and there's a link at on your comments there on Facebook. And we suggest $20, but you can donate at any level that works for you. And we those contributions will be split among these artists to keep this kind of truth telling and music that really touches your heart. Keep that music going. So yeah, and lovely comments on Facebook. Beth wrote, "Thin paper and thick actions." I love this imagery. So
yeah.
thanks for that, Chris. Coming back to you. Yeah.
Really beautiful.
So this is called "On a Day in January." They came with flags and guns, convinced of his election. Range-filled and dangerous, a ragtag insurrection. They moved with impunity, thinking they'd make history. Hate unveiled blatantly on a day in January. Gather
public land, red hats, white-fisted hands, to carry out what he had planned. The guard could not withstand the surging wave of violent sea through the halls and the balcony, the terror and the treachery of a day in January. Not in our house, not in this country, this land of Rosa, Emma, Caesar, Martin, John. Not with our lives, you won't divide us. We're born of leaders, and their spirits carry on. The country froze in the camera's glare, saw for ourselves what had always been there. We did not fall, not on that day. Now the countdown soon to be a moment for the world to see. Power transferred peacefully to those elected rightfully. We will watch with hope anew, knowing all there's still to do, to forge a land for me and you from a day, this coming day in January. Not in our house, not in this country, this land of Rosa, Emma, Caesar, Martin, John. Not with our lives, we won't divide us. We're born of leaders, and their spirits carry on.
Take that, you haters. We'll get you.
So great.
Take away, Chris.
Well, I guess so. This is our last round. So as is always when I'm so conflicted. I think though I'm gonna sing Hope Revolution because I'm here with Emma's Revolution, and you know, I feel like the things that we endured between the election being called on November 7th and between January 6th was a reminder of how important hope is, especially for those of us who are trying to stand up for justice. You know, I've been saying as of late, you know, that Dr. King quote, "Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that." But the thing that fuels that kind of love, that level of love, that transformative type of love is hope. And so the thing that we have to remember to do, those of us who are fighting so diligently, so fervently, is to remain hopeful. Because when they quelch that, then it gets a little scary. But when they can't quelch that, we see them stumble and fall pretty quickly. Because there are truly so many more of us who do believe in justice than those of us who do not. So stay vigilant, but also stay hopeful. So this is Hope Revolution. I started this in the back of an Uber on the way over to the White House. The day that the election was called. I'm from North Carolina, but DC is my home now and has been for a bit. And so I've made that drive many times. But on that particular day, there were so many American flags out where there hadn't been American flags before, because so many people felt like those colors actually, again, meant what they were supposed to mean. And what so many of us who fight so fervently for this country believe that they mean. And so it was just a really beautiful thing. And yeah, I hope this song resonates with you. Hopefully after Gina's song, hopefully I won't cry singing it. I'm going to do my best.
so many flags flying high. Some were rainbow for pride, some were for saving black lives, and some were odes to the war long lost the last time hate tried to rise. But I haven't seen the red, white, and blue for a while. Yeah, I've seen so many flags flying high. Some were red, black, and green, for celebrating Juneteenth. Some were signs of respect to the few, proud and brave, who keep us free. But I haven't seen the red, white, and blue lately. This country of mine hasn't felt much like itself. It's no wonder so many put Old Glory on the shelf, until the promise of her colors was back within our reach. In that star-spangled banner, she was lining every street. It was a hope revolution. We the people and the future of our choosing. It was a love revelation. Justice for all, indivisible, one nation. These 4 years didn't feel like the last. The worst parts of our past, it's like they brought them all back. Babies caged, borders closed, our democracy under attack. Never thought I'd see the red, white, and blue do that. Oh, this country of mine hasn't felt much like itself. It's no wonder so many put Old Glory on the shelf, until the promise of her colors was back within our reach. Then that star-spangled banner, she was aligning every street. It was a hope revolution. We the people and the future of our choosing. It was a love revelation. Justice for all, indivisible, one nation, one nation. Oh, those colors aren't just pretty, they're pretty much who we are. Perseverance and justice, vigilance and valor. That's why we were dancing, not marching, as those dark clouds scattered. There was glass everywhere from all the ceilings being shattered. It was the first time in a long time that it felt like it mattered what those colors stood for and who those colors were for. It was a hope revolution. We the people and the future of our choosing. It was a love revelation. Oh, justice for all, justice for all, indivisible, one nation, one nation. No matter how hard they tried, I've seen so many flags flying high. Hope the red and white and blue stays a while.
Yeah.
That's right, Chris. That's fabulous.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Love it.
Thanks.
Great to hear you, honey.
Thanks. It's great to be heard by you.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to bring everybody up after we have this closing song too, so you can, but that was fabulous. Thank you for the hope and the revelation. I love that bit. That was lovely.
Yeah.
Oh man, Chris, you are awesome. I'm so honored to be following you. Just and Pat and Sandy, thank you so much for putting this together.
You're so welcome.
It's been a pleasure to be with you all, really.
Yeah. So thank you all for being here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this and let Pat and Sandy sing along. In any way, you can sing along any way you want. I'll do this for all the people who have lost people from coronavirus and whatnot, and try to remember their presence in our lives, because it really is the sweetest sound on earth. Thank y'all so much. There is a land so far away, no more sad goodbyes. I close my eyes and I am there, alone with you within this paradise. Sometimes when the wind is right, far from paradise, I lay awake on moonlit nights and dream of cloudless skies. And on a good day I hear your voice, and I know you're somewhere near. Oh, on a good day I hear your voice, your signals loud and clear. Your voice inside my memory is the sweetest sound on earth to me. I close my eyes and turn on my internal radio. I tune into a voice so true, the sweetest sound I know. And on a good day I hear your voice, and I know you're somewhere near. Oh, on a good day I hear your voice, your signals loud and clear. Your voice inside my memory is the sweetest sound on earth to me. You are where they walk on air, and I can hear you everywhere. In dreams I'm walking up these hills, and you are standing there in this hallowed place. We are face to face, and on a good day I hear your voice, and I know you're somewhere near. Whoa, on a good day I hear your voice, your signals loud and clear. Your voice inside my memory is the sweetest sound on earth, the sweetest sound on earth, the sweetest sound on earth to me.
Oh yeah, come on, way to
Oh, so
way to bring
gorgeous.
us all to tears. Let's get Chris up here too.
Oh my God.
So gorgeous, Gina. My goodness. Wow.
It just kills us to sing that so far away from you. Oh God.
Day I hear your voice. Yeah. And I know you have a radio interview. You might be having to race off to. I saw you maybe getting a signal there or something. But
It's at 6. We got a little time.
okay, good. That's much better
Good.
than I thought.
Great.
Well, let us take a moment and just with everybody here, please join us in giving so much great big love and thanks. And we're still doing it Zoom style, but
You
great
can
big
clap
love.
if you want to unmute and clap. You can do that too. I don't know what Chris is used to, or
Yeah.
what Gina's used to at this
I have
point.
to. I have to clap for you three for sure. This is so awesome to be here with you today. Man.
Just
Great.
fantastic.
Love y'all.
You know, love you too. And you know, we would only see you, Gina, like once a year at Folk Alliance or something like that. And Chris, we would see you once in a blue moon, even though we were in the DC area. So it's kind of amazing that we get to do this. And I saw somebody put in the chat up here on Zoom that these online concerts are so important. We're still going to be doing this as a component of our touring because people can come from everywhere and we can sing with you all, even though we're singing harmony to all of your songs and y'all don't get to hear it yet, but someday when we get in a room, Chris, we're ready for your songs. Gina, we're ready for your songs. And I want to remind folks who are joining us on Facebook, you can come up and join us in the Zoom room. We'll have a little bit of a hang where you'll get to express some of your love and appreciation for these fantastic artists. And before we sign off from Facebook, we want to invite you again to contribute to this concert and support this whole group of artists, including us. This is how we do our lives. It's how we make our living. There's a link in your comments there on Facebook. There's a link here in the Zoom chat. We suggest $20, and you are welcome to donate as you are able. Less if you need to, more if you can. We've got some stuff coming up. I'm sure these artists do. Chris, you want to tell folks what you've got coming up?
I'm mostly going to be on the East Coast. I'm going to be going on tour with Dar Williams from September 30th through October 12th. So I'll be opening for her. Nice. So if you're on the East Coast, keep an eye out for those shows, especially if you're a Dar fan. Yours truly will be opening those up. And then I will be in Michigan a little bit in August. And in December, I will be on the West Coast. So I may try to come find you all out there.
Yeah.
Come find us.
We love that.
That's wonderful. And folks can find Chris at chrismatthews.com. Is that correct, Chris? Okay, cool. And Gina.
Oh, and just really quick, I saw somebody talk about the colors, like reclaiming the colors. There are Hope Revolution stickers ready for you on chrismatthews.com/merch. So come over there and check it out.
Right on, right on.
Thanks.
How about you, Gina? What you got coming up for folks?
Well, let's see. I'm doing house parties. I'm actually playing a really cool house concert in Oxford, Connecticut, Thursday night, and one in Greenport, New York, on Saturday. So if you're in the area, I'll try to get you the information of where you can come to see me and etc.
Cool. We love it. And Greenport, that's on Long Island, right? So you can
That's on Long Island,
go to
yeah.
those
Up the
beautiful
end there.
beaches. Go to the beach for me. Holy moly. We want to let people know that we will have a concert. We've got two wonderful guests coming in July. Melanie DeMore, who some of these folks know and love already, and Sam Gleaves, who is a lovely banjo player, singer, queer out gay man. So wonderful to see him with his banjo and his rainbow banjo strap. It's really adorable. So they're going to be Sam's going to come and teach a song in July 18th, and then we have a concert with Melanie and Sam last Sunday of July right here. Everything's happening right here at this link. You have all made your important voices heard. Like, keep this link. So this is where we meet you every month. And in between the ends of the month, we do Learn an Emma's Revolution song or learn a song from a guest. So everyone's welcome to come. So folks on Facebook, please come join us in Zoom if you'd like to come and say hello to these amazing artists. And otherwise, we see you next time we see you Facebook.
See you, Facebook.